and he has a one-shot move that pierces her heart.
Wait,
I
okay,
think
let's just start with the first claim. Like, why should I believe Q's faster than Saber Ultra?
it's stated that he's the fastest servant or hero, whatever it's called.
In what route is this stated? Because you do realize Saber Ultra only appears in Heaven's Feel.
What the fuck? What do you mean root?
Like, so,
Mary, what
okay,
the fuck?
you're familiar with the fact that Fate is a collection of different roots, right? So it refers to broadly either Stay Night, like the original Fate route, Real Tanua, or it refers to Unlimited Blade Heaven's Feel. Each of these are different routes. Saber Ultra only appears in the Heaven's Feel route, right? So if the statement is made saying Unlimited Blade Works, they'll just be talking about regular Saber. And obviously, I'm not using a regular Saber in the debate. So what exactly are you talking about when you say Q State to be the fastest? What route?
Bro, Mary, like what fucking root? What root are we talking about here? Er, Okay. Uh,
Can
I'm
I
pretty
see the
sure the
scan,
narrator. Do you think the
Mary?
narrator is like a valid source across all routes? I guess.
Do I think the narrator is a valid source of information? For the most part, yeah.
No, no, like across all routes. Like I think the narrator, when he says someone is like the fastest or something, I think it's not saying based off like one specific route or whatever the fuck that is.
Well, it just
I think it's
depends.
probably
It depends because the narrator might make the statement. Okay, I mean, this is kind of ridiculous, but you do understand that in each route there is a narrator, right? And so the
Mhm.
statement can be made within a route, and the narrator can say that Q's the fastest lancer, but it would just be made in that route. It would not be quantifying over different routes.
Okay, so okay. Can you get the statements for me, Mary? It's like Mary is he ever stated the fastest uh in the route with Saber Alter or whatever or something? Uh, yeah, can you get that, please? Uh,
Uh, can someone get me, maybe Gizbo, can you get me Q's stat card? I could probably get it myself.
Would you like his parameters from the visual novel or from Grand
okay, so
Order?
Wherever his parameters are highest.
the greatest agility.
I believe
Okay,
they're
wait, this is the
identical,
author statement,
but
right? Is this like the author? This is the data book or like the author statement, right? That's up to see.
whose
Okay, so the
parameters
statement
are
says
the same
here.
across all routes, right? Okay, I can get the Japanese for the VN, and then if you want, I'll go grab the parameters from Grand Order. I believe they're identical.
Yeah, it looks like he has an agility stat of A. Is that what that says?
Yes, that is
Yes.
correct.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, okay, continue. What were you saying, Jinyoungism?
Okay. Well, so given that the this is the external material from the actual like series, I feel like the author saying that he is the fastest shouldn't just be taken to be indirect to one route. Like for example, I don't think like for example if like the author said like Oda says in the VSV that Luffy is the strongest fighter. I don't think it's taken to be like in the current like an art. I think it's to be taken on all paths of like arcs or something. Because I don't think the author would just like be talking about one specific route. Because I think it had like it kind of holds away like the context and holds away like the information. Because like a lot of people just won't know like okay what the fuck is this referring to? You know?
So is the argument that the author should be talking about? By the way, I was like barely paying attention because I'm looking for something. But I'm guessing the argument is something like um, the author would probably be talking about all routes generally because otherwise it might be a bit unclear what specific route they're talking about if it's not specified or something. Is that the
Yeah, like,
general
I feel like
argument?
I don't think the author like I don't think generally I don't think an author when he like I probably in a visual novel. I don't think he's referring to like when he says someone's the fastest in the world. I don't think he's referring to one route, despite Like I don't know if like the fucking routes are like are in different worlds or whatever. But when you say it's like the fastest in the world, I don't think that's only like limited to one route. I think that's limited to like literally every route.
Yeah, but like this is the thing, right? The world is like indexical. So what world is it talking about? Because each
Harder,
route
like
is a different world. So it can't
each
be
route
just be
is a
talking
different route.
about all. Anyways, it can't just be talking about all worlds. And then additionally, it looks like it's talking about the Fate Stay Night anime because that's the source. Fate Stay Night anime, spiritual. I'm assuming that's supposed to say spiritual, but Mary can't spell. And if it is talking about the Fate Stay Night anime, you would understand that that's talking about the very first route, right, where there is no Saber water, right? So I'm just trying to get clear on, you know,
Fate's Stay
what's
Night
being.
anime. I think look the source consider like it's basically like an external material. It's like what the author is like adding for information about a certain character.
Wait,
I don't
repeat,
think it
repeat
being
that
stated
slowly, please. I didn't hear what you said.
like basically the source being the Fate Stay anime. I don't think it's like should be limited to that. The reason why is because it's an external material. It's like the author giving information about a set character. You don't think the information should hold throughout all routes of that character, like
No, I don't. I
between.
don't. I don't think so. For the reasons I just gave, right? The first reason, in case you forgot, was that it talks about the world, and
Mhm.
each world is different, or the world is different in each route. So when it says who's the fastest in the world, that the world is almost like the narrator is pointing at a particular world. It's talking about a specific world, right? If he wanted to say it generally, he might have just said, Q is the fastest servant or something, and that would have communicated the same information. But instead, he says in the world, and when you pair that with the fact that it's talking about the Fate Stay Night anime, the source is from a source meant to talk about the Fate Stay Night anime, which is one specific route. It just makes more sense to interpret this in route relative terms.
Wait,
There are
okay, wait,
also
but
like
how does that?
statements.
Oh, my bad. You're talking. My bad.
Yeah,
Wait, but how does that attack what I said about like okay, that the statement being external information about information about the character itself, unless you think like the character like changes throughout like literally every world, which I don't know why that would be true.
no, that's not what's going on. Fastest is a comparative term. So like the character need not change. Like suppose that, you know, LeBron James is in the room, right?
Okay.
And like he walks in, LeBron James in the room, he might be the tallest in the room. And then Shaquille O'Neal walks into the room and now suddenly LeBron James is no longer the tallest in the room. Right? It's not that anything changed about LeBron James, just that something changed about the room he's in. Like
Wait,
similarly,
Mary.
he might
Oh, my bad.
he might be
Continue.
the fastest in the particular world he's talking about. Um, but he might not just be the fastest overall. Like I don't understand. It being a statement about the character itself doesn't really matter because we're not talking only about the character, but rather how the character compares to other characters within a particular world.
No, but the statement I don't think it's like comparing a character to like I mean is it comparing a character to another character? I just think it's making a general like I think it's making a statement about the actual character's characteristic like a characteristic about that said character. It's not making a statement. Oh well, he's the fastest in the world like because he's faster than like the second fastest or he's the fastest in like fucking random
I
fate
don't even
character or whatever.
understand. Look, I don't think you understand. I'm not disagreeing that this is like the last response I'm going to give before I move on to like other reasons to not believe in the bullshit Myri tells you. So like, I don't think you understand. The claim is not that I'm disagreeing with whether Ku is stated to be the fastest in the world. It's not the claim. I agree
Yeah,
that
no.
Ku is stated to be the fastest in the world. What we're disagreeing about is whether this is a general statement that's talking about all routes or specifically talking about the Stay Night route or the Unlimited Blade Works route, or just any route that does not have Saber Water in it. And my point is that this is probably talking about the routes without Saber Water because your
Okay.
source is a source that's talking about the Fate Stay Night anime, right? The
Wait,
source
but
is
then I'm already.
named
Oh my bad, my bad.
the
Continue.
source is named Fate Stay Night Anime Spiritual, and the anime covers that particular route. And the term the world, the phrase the world, points at a particular world. If I say I want the apple, right? I'm talking about a specific apple, right? And so the what's the word? I don't even know what the word is. Like the I
Yeah, I
guess
know
the
that example you
normative.
gave. I'm pretty sure you gave it
Yeah,
earlier, right?
yeah, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it kind of
Okay,
looks like
wait, but I asked you like earlier. Remember, I asked you why does this address like it being referring to the character, not being a comparison statement in the world alone? Why is it being like it could just be a characteristic throughout the actual character? And I asked you, okay, do you think the character's like his characteristic, like this one characteristic about the character or one fact about the character changes throughout the worlds? I don't think that addresses what I said. But like it being like like I said, it also being like the source material of the world is like the thing is that the statement itself isn't like the source material. You shouldn't say that the statement, like the external statement, is like independent. Like is basically dependent on whether or not this is within that source material. Because, like I said, like I
bro.
gave the One Piece analogy where they could be in Dressrosa arc, and then Luffy could be stated the strongest. And yeah, well, wow, the source is within Dressrosa doesn't mean Luffy's like literally instantly being said to be the strongest within the Dressrosa. It could just have the interpretation. Well, yeah, he could just be the strongest in the actual world. Well, in like every arc. That's what I'm
No, I
asking.
mean,
Like, okay, like, why do you think why do you think a characteristic about the actual character itself it's like changes throughout worlds. Like I'm saying this is a characteristic about the character given how it's framed.
okay, wait. Look, I'll just ask you this question to begin with.
Mhm.
Do you think when it says the world, what world is it talking about?
It literally I think it could literally be talking about generally the world, like literally the fate universe world.
But you do realize that his agility stat is A, and that there's servants that exist in the Fate world who have higher stats than A, right? So clearly, it can't just be talking about the Fate universe because that would trivially be false. So, what world
Okay,
is it talking about?
okay, wait, who like can you like name some people who and then like you name some people with a higher per meter stat or that are faster than Ku?
This is like a serious question. Like most riders have higher agility stats than Ku, right? That's like their whole thing.
Who?
Riders, like there are 7 types of servants. One of those classes
You
is
can
the
explain
rider
it?
class. Prove that. Okay, I mean, you can just look at Medusa's stats, for example. I'm pretty sure Medusa probably has like A plus agility when Sakura's has 7. Maybe I could go get that for you.
Okay.
I mean,
Wait,
this is
Mayor, you
a,
did tell me this Medusa person is ass. So can you like give me some skins for that? Like,
she's asked because she has a master called Shinji, and when Shinji's her master, Shinji's like notorious in the series for having a very low aptitude as a mage. So
mhm.
because of that, her power is decreased. But I'm talking about Medusa, particularly in Heaven's Feel, where her master is Dark Sakura. And at that time, because Dark Sakura is like possessed by the Grail and stuff, she has like basically infinite mana reservoirs to use against Saber Water. So let me just see if I can find her parameters. It might be a bit
Okay, wait.
difficult.
But the thing is, HS soccer is still ass.
Yeah, I mean that's the claim. I mean, look, I can even grant that she's still fast, which is irrelevant. What I'm saying is that she probably has a higher agility stat than Ku, right? Which would disprove the claim you're making.
Okay. Uh, yeah. Can you give me like the thing for that? Whatever. Like when
Yeah,
you
I'll see if
post
I
it.
can find it, bro.
Uh,
Probably assassins probably do as well. If I can't find a Medusa one, I might just give you an assassin one. Whichever one's easier to find. Uh Jesus Christ, bro. Oh, I think if I go to the wiki, maybe Fate Heavens Feel. Um, oh yeah, it does list the parameters.
Source, Fate's Day and
Okay.
Night, Heavens Fail,
Yeah.
Animation.
Okay, never mind. Her parameters are in A with okay, wait. Okay, it turns out she has the same
Okay.
agility stat as Ku, but I'm sure there are servants with higher agility stats. Let me check like an assassin or something, maybe like Kojiro. Uh,
Ah, ah. Kojiro, man. That's a great pick, man. That is a great pick.
actually, no, I think Kojiro has lower agility stat than Saber. Who might actually? I'll just do this. Fastest Fate servant in the Fate universe. Achilles. Okay, Achilles Fate. Game. Yeah, Achilles, for example, has A plus agility, right, which is higher than A agility. I then that Achilles is faster than Ku. And if the Fate universe is what's being referred to by the world, then that's obviously a trivial counterexample to the interpretation of the phrase.
Okay. I have a question. Was this Achilles person like introduced to the story or whatever when this statement like when this like coup is stated to be like the fastest? Because if it's not, then I feel like that's irrelevant and I wouldn't be accounting. That wouldn't be a contradiction to the actual statement. It would just be overriding exact data.
I'm confused. You just said like even in the examples that you okay. You gave a Dressrosa example for Luffy, where Luffy states to be the strongest in Dressrosa, right?
Hmm.
And then what were you trying to show with that example? That it would apply even in places outside of Dressrosa, presumably?
Yeah, I said like it would apply like to past tenses of the story. It doesn't have to like specifically be within Dressrosa. But never did I ever say that it has to be, implied to be counting characters that just haven't been introduced yet to the story because like that seems really stupid. I never really said
Okay,
that.
I'll respond to two things then. I suppose the first thing is I'll respond directly. I'm not sure whether Achilles is introduced because I'm not sure when the source was produced. It could be that the Fate Stay Night anime spiritual thing that you just sent was made after Fate Apocrypha was already like a thing. I'm not sure. Um, so that's something I'm not sure about. But at
Yeah,
the same time, in the example you give for Dressrosa Luffy, your intuition is that he stayed to be the strongest in Dressrosa, but it might apply to past cases as well. Um,
yeah, like
but that's
yeah,
different because in the sentence, Luffy is the strongest in Dressrosa. Like, okay, let me just write it down so it's clear what I'm saying. If I say Luffy is the strongest, and this statement is made in Dressrosa, right? As in that's
yes,
when the statement is made. That's different because that's unqualified. You're just saying Luffy is the strongest, right? It's
yeah,
unqualified. But the Q statement is qualified. It's qualified relative to the world. And what we're trying to get clear on is what the world is referring to. And then you said that
uh,
the world is referring to, sorry, you said that the world is referring to the Fate universe. And I gave you an example of a character in the Fate universe with a higher agility stat, which would contradict what you're saying. And then now you've added some like secondary stipulation that's talking about how it wouldn't be talking about characters that have yet to be introduced,
yeah. I
right?
mean, like I said, like when I brought up the Luffy like example, I explicitly said that it wasn't referring to characters that like in the future that haven't been introduced. So like if like Achilles who I think you were saying has a higher agility stat than Ku, and he's like introduced later on after this statement, it wouldn't be a contradiction to the statement. No, because the character wasn't actually introduced into the story yet.
But how's that any different from what I'm doing, right? Like you're saying, okay, look, I'm not going to include people like Achilles, even though they're in the Fate universe, because they're outside of the scope of the statement, even though there's nothing in the statement itself that gives it this scope. Whereas what I'm doing is I'm saying, look, there is something in the statement that gives it a scope, right? It talks about the world, and there is no combined world of the three routes. Each route has mutually exclusive events, right? In certain routes, characters die, in other routes, they don't. So there's no like one combined world that encompasses the three routes. It's either the one world or the other world or the other world. And so when you
Mm-hmm.
say he's the strongest, it can't be
Yeah.
talking about in all three routes generally, right? Because it talks about a particular world. And I also gave like cases
Wait.
regarding how the source is talking about the anime, right? It doesn't talk about anything that happens in say UBW where characters are different in UBW. I think like in UBW it's a
Okay.
different flavor as well.
Here.
So
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. You're still
I don't
talking.
really
My bad.
like. So there's two things I think to summarize there. Is just that the first thing is I think the case is disanalogous, right? The
Hmm.
Luffy case is disanalogous. The two sentences have
Okay.
different things, and then in the second case, I think what you're doing with the it doesn't apply to people in the future we don't know of yet is literally no different from what I'm doing. Where I'm just saying there's this other condition. The only difference is that my condition is justified by things in the sentence.
Okay, wait, but I think you just begged the question there because you just try to use like what's in question, whether or not it's only in reference to that, like the whether or not it's only in reference to like the fate world that's like the source as like your way of evidence there. But like for the Luffy example, whatever. Do you think like when someone says the strongest, you think it's indexed to a certain place? So when I'm in a house, you think I say my brother is the strongest, you think that's gonna say, oh yeah, he's the strongest in the house? Like I don't think the actual source of like where it's like actually like said revolves around like whether or not like the statement being like like only in reference to, like everyone like the entire like fake like concept whatever it's fucking called or like this one place. I feel like that's really 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 stupid.
I don't even understand the
Yo,
question. Like, I think it's obvious that when you make statements like he's the tallest or he's the smartest or something like that, um, the scope of the statement is usually given by the context I'm making the statement in. So if I'm ranking like I don't know basketball players on the Lakers, and I say, look, he's the best, right? The context is that he's the best out of the basketball players in the Lakers team, right?
mhm,
Similarly, if I'm saying if I have a data book that I've named Fate Stay Night Anime, right? I've not named it Fate Stay Night Data Book, right? Which would quantify over the whole visual novel. I've named it Fate Stay Night Anime, right? Which is quantifying over what's covered in the anime. Presumably, that's why it's named after the anime. It's talking about events in the anime, right? And I go on to say who's the strongest in the world, right? And I've already clarified that there is no there is no combined world of the three roots. Each root is its own particular world, and so
okay.
it makes sense that what it would be referring to when it says the world is the world that it's named after, the daybook's named after, which is the Faced in the anime world, which talks about only one particular root. And Saber
Okay.
changes in all of those other roots. So why would it apply to us? Basically the point.
Okay. Wait. I think that is very disanalogous because when you make the Lakers analogy, you're not basing the statement off of like where you are. You're basing it. Well, yeah. There's like you're saying it to a bunch of people, and then right, but you're saying it to a bunch of people in a place where you are actively playing basketball. But no, I'm saying like. So like I feel like yeah maybe like I don't know maybe in that scenario you're giving maybe yeah the context would be yeah hey, this guy that I'm pointing at, whatever, is the tallest. Yeah, in reference to the basketball team, since we're in a basketball court on a basketball team, and he stands out to be the tallest in the basketball team. But like I said, you can't use the location or source or whatever to be used. Okay, it's only reference to this certain source because look, like I said, if I say someone's the strongest, which, like doesn't really, seems really vague. At least what you're saying. I don't really. I think saying they're the strongest in the house like what does that mean? Like I feel like generally that's like generally how people speak is that when they say someone's the strongest, I feel like they're talking about some like a general case, not encyclical, some small like some small like fucking world whatever. Especially like the author because like how the fuck are we supposed to know whether or not he's like I don't think like it seems really like fucking weird to say like the guy's like the fucking author's talking about him being the fastest in the this world or whatever. When
Bro,
the author himself, like, do you think the author usually makes statements like this or whatever?
yes. And I think if you
That's
look at the Fate Stay Night visual novel, it's more implied that it's talking about um Lancer being the fastest in that world relative to what those servants know. So like for example, in Archer versus Lancer, I'm gonna get to the other stuff he said as well, but like for example, in
hmm
Archer versus Lancer, Archer
yeah,
says something along the lines of, you know, uh the Lancer class is known for being the fastest class of servant, but you surpass even that, or something along those lines.
yeah,
And so it's relative to Archer's knowledge, right? That he hasn't seen a Lancer this quick. And like we see like Lancer's fight against Archer and he uses his speed there and stuff like that. So that's the point that I'm making, right? Like the idea is that, well, okay, first of all, when she said something like, it doesn't matter about the place where it's said, and you keep using this just Rosa example, but it's different. We're not talking about the place where the sentence is uttered. We're talking about whether there is something in the sentence that qualifies it, right? If I say I want the apple, right? The apple, the function of the apple there is to specify a particular apple, right? It's like if
yeah.
I go to a store and I'm pointing at it, I want this apple. I don't say I want a apple. A apple is general. It refers to any apple on the tree, but I want this one, the apple, it's specifying. So similarly, when you say I want or he's the strongest in the world, what world is it talking about? And that's what the dispute is about. If it's talking about the universe, the fate universe, or if it's talking about the fate day night world, okay? And
Okay,
then my arguments that I levied in favor of it being talking about the fate day night world were twofold, right? First is that the name of the source, which I haven't even heard a convincing response to that. The Dressrosa example is completely analogous. I guess we could just start here so we can stay really linear. What do you think
okay.
is the point of naming it Fate Stay Night Anime Spiritual?
Wait, what you say? Like, hold on, I have to turn you up. Your mic was
What do you
pretty muffled.
think is the point of
Like, your mic
naming
is
it?
muffled for me.
I
Say it
said,
again.
what do you think is the point of naming it the Fate Stay Night Anime Spiritual?
That's just the source. Like, that's like kind of like that's just the source of where where the actual author statement takes place. Like, That's just a source of where the actual Arthur statements is. I don't think they're like holds any relevance. Like I said, like you could just make a statement literally anywhere. Though, like
Bruv, I don't understand. Like,
but
okay,
the
so
Archer thing,
why
I
would
think
they
the Archer.
call it? If it
Oh
was
my bad.
meant to give information on the
Yeah.
whole Fate universe, why would they call it the Fate Stay Night anime spiritual instead of just the Fate Stay Night spiritual? Why have they added the
Okay.
anime?
Think okay, like have you ever heard of like a VSB, for example? Like when Oda states something while he is currently writing on like a certain arc. Well, yeah, the arc is currently like when he makes a data book statement or like when he's writing on a certain arc, yeah, he would probably use the source for that, I probably would assume, given that.
No,
Like
okay, that's this. That's not even like remotely similar to what I'm talking about. I'm saying, why has he called it the? Okay, oh my word, bro. Like I don't know how else to explain. Like, what is the point of calling it the Fate Stay Night anime spiritual? If you look at the data book, by the way, I just pulled up the data book. Mari, you actually can't fucking spell. It's not spiritual. It's spiritual. You tried to say, oh no, it's actually spiritual. You're retarded as fuck. But that's the point. Like, this is the data book that he's trying to use, the little guidebook, right? If you go there and you look at the contents, it talks about each episode, right?
mhm.
It talks about the voice actors, okay? It gives a Q&A, gives like the origin of Face Night, it gives an overview of the visual novel. It's not supposed to describe the visual novels themselves, it's supposed to describe the anime. That's what it's meant, right? That's what it's meant to do. That's its purpose. So when you say it would refer to the whole Fate universe, the name suggests otherwise. And then additionally, the statement, the world also suggests otherwise, right? When you have statements, and this is like somewhat a secondary point, but you can just note this down. I'll probably note it down in chat for you as well, because I'm probably going to need one
Okay.
after this. When you have statements that talk about people generally, they don't specify the world. Take Gilgamesh is the strongest servant, or Saber is the strongest state, or Torius is the strongest Saber, or something, right? You don't see in the world, right? That's just not something that needs to be added because they're trying to show that it's not something that's qualified. It's just generally true. But they qualify in this case. I think the reason why they do that is because it's only in this universe where Saber is nerfed,
Mhm.
and then everyone else is kind of just ass, right? I don't think
Okay.
it's pretty much stronger versus.
Well, the source thing, this ties back like basically what we were just arguing about. It's said within like by the time frame where this is like said. I don't think like I told you I don't really think it holds any relevance to like the actual statement itself when it's referring to the world. But if you want, we could just like move on from this since I feel like it's really going circular in a way.
Yeah, no problem. So we can just
Okay.
talk about it then. So okay, you take the view, just to be clear, that Kiwi is the fastest in the world, correct? And that would make him faster than Saber Water, right?
Yeah.
How do you explain Saber going relative to Ku? And obviously Saber Water is fast, not fast, sorry, but Saber Water is a stronger opponent than Saber, right? She has more mana,
Okay.
she has
Uh.
great
Yeah.
AP, like
So
that.
wait, is Mary? I have a question. Is the Saber person he's talking about the girl with the fucking blonde hair that you showed me?
Yes, yes, that's Saber.
Okay, so I think he's holding back, and then when I think that Saber is probably faster. Is she
Yeah,
than
he's
Saber
he's
also?
holding back. I agree. He's holding. Okay, let's do things. I agree. He's holding back his gay bulge. He's not supposed to use that or gay bulk. I agree that. That doesn't mean he's holding back his stats. Obviously, that's ridiculous. Second thing is, I can grant that that saber is faster, but speed is irrelevant to the conversation. The reason why is because you can check this. This is Saber versus Kojiro. This is Saber talking about Lance's gay bulk, and she literally says that, like Lance's gay bulk, the assassin Tsubame Gaeshi is not something that can be allowed to begin. So you can interrupt it. You can basically stop him from using the move.
Okay.
She actually concludes, yeah, sorry, she actually concludes that Tsubame Gaeshi is actually a stronger move, right? Because once it has been used, it's very difficult to avoid it. There's no countermeasure. And yet she's able to react to the Tsubame Gaeshi. At least she's able to dodge it before it's used. So if she can dodge it in this case before it's used, it seems to stand to reason that she could also probably do so in the case where she save water as well.
Okay. Okay, for the like the holding back his stats thing, I would actually need a reason to like what to accept that. But also, is it not just stated that fucking like is it not just shown that Archer like he's like in their first fight, Archer's like fucking like basically in their first fight, Archer's actually able to like react to him and like shit. But in their like second fight, it's very clear that like he's not like holding back his stats anymore. Or well, he is still is near the end. Like it's very clear because like look, given the same conditions, he's not like apparently to his like master or whatever, he's not allowed to kill anyone. And then so in this fight with Archer though, there's a big difference between the first fight and the second fight. And where he's literally in the second fight, he's like quite literally fully perception blitzing the guy to the point where he can't even see the attacks in the first fight. Archer, whatever the fucking guy's name is, the black tan dude. Uh is able to actually like react to the text. So it's a very clear thing. Like, yeah, this guy is like, you know, he's very clearly holding back his stats, and then it fits the same conditions for the like the Saber, like no, like it's the Saber versus the Coup fight, where Coup isn't allowed to kill Saber, whatever it's fucking called, because his master, whatever, is fucking telling him like you can't fucking kill anyone, nigga. You must only fight for information. So given that they like he holds back, against Archer, and I feel like, stats wise, I feel like he should also hold back against, Saber, given that because they both hold the same exact conditions for the reason of holding back.
Yeah, interesting, man. So let's get clear on some things here. I think actually no, this is analogous for many reasons. As in the fight between Archer and Q is analogous between the fight between Saber and Q. The reason why I say this is because in the first fight between Archer and Q, are you aware of whether Archer uses Gay Bolg or not? Or not Archer, sorry, Lance uses Gay Bolg or not?
Mayor, can you answer that for me?
And if so, which Gay Bolg does he use?
Which gay ball does he use?
Yeah.
Well, Mary answered it in the chat for me, I guess. He does, I guess. He had to use role AIs.
Okay, so obviously this is a confusion. It's like a major confusion. So there's two things to note here. So he uses Gay Bolg. I presume you're talking about this fight where he's getting speedless because you said there were two fights, right? So there's a fight where he's able to react comfortably. There's another fight where he's getting speed blitzed. The only fight where Archer gets speed blitzed by Ku, quote unquote speed blitzed by Ku, is the fight where he uses Relias. And so if that's what you're talking about where he uses Gay Bolg there, that's like Kirei is not his master anymore at that point. He's not, at least he's not holding back. He's not under the same command spell. I think Kira might be his master, but I don't think he's under the same command spell. And so evidently, right, if he's not under the same command spell, you have no reason to hold back there. And Archer's still able to, contend. He doesn't die instantly. He's able to react, right? He just limits the space of possible moves and reacts that way. So presumably, you're not talking about that fight. You're talking about the first fight, right? The first fight you mentioned where they're fighting comfortably. In that fight, does he use Gay Bolg?
Does he use gay bug?
Myri, does he use Gay Bolg?
Well,
Myri,
this is like literally my fucking scans person here, bro.
Does he use Gay Bolg? Myri, does he use Gay Bolg in the first fight? Myri,
Does he use gay bug? Oh yeah, we did talk about this. I'm pretty sure you said like
did he use Gay Bolg? Bro, okay, oh my word. Okay, two different Gay Bolgs, and next second of all, that's not even relevant to my question. You mentioned that there were two fights, right? There's a first fight where Archer's able to react, and a second fight where he gets speed blitzed, correct?
yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, what's the second fight you're talking about? Because the only instance I remember in the visual novel,
When
Archer getting speed blitzed.
Mary, remember the one we were talking about where Archer said he can't even see the fucking thing, like
Yeah, but he reacts
attacks.
though. He still reacts. Thank you. In the prologue, Jinyoungism, does he use Gay Bulk?
Does he use gay bug? Hmm.
Myri. Okay,
Yeah.
prove it. Go ahead.
Prove it. Sure.
Yeah.
Get the scam.
Show me him using Gay Bulk, man. Come on. Also, what am I supposed to say? Should I just call it his noble phantasm? I mean, either way, it's just like totally not relevant. It's all just supervenes on first point. Shouldn't even be talking about this much, to be fair. I'm specifically talking about Gable. Yes, bro. Then we're gonna have to get into, you know what I mean, man. What's Archer's parameters? What are Archer's parameters? Probably like probably like
Bro, you're such a
I
good
mean,
guy,
I'm
Myri.
yeah. Probably like a B agility. Let me see.
Bro, dude, I had like genuinely like no skins on this shit, bro. Mayuri is dead ass like my skins person here, bro. Wait, so where did you skin the skins with Mayuri? Like, where do you send them?
Oh my word, you're done. You know you're done, right? You know you're done. Like Myri's doomed you. He's fucking doomed you, bro. He attempts to use
Bro,
gay balls and they run away. He doesn't actually use the attack.
Mayuri, you better not
And
lie.
in the prologue, he attempts to use gay bulg and then they run away.
Wait, this it, bro. Send a scan, please. Send a scan.
Also, yes, C agility, you're done for, bro. Promise you're done. Yeah, why is he
Yeah,
holding
that's
back?
what I.
Why is he holding back in terms of anything but gay bulg? In the Unlimited Blade Works route, right? When they fight, sorry, I wasn't done. When they fight, when they fight, and specifically when I say they, I mean Saber and Ku, and Ku's gay bulg misses, he says, "Oh, now I have to retreat because my master said if this move does not kill my opponent, to run away." Right? That was the condition. That's given. I can send you scans for that too. So why should I believe it's talking about stats? Why can't I just believe it's talking about the gay bulg, his ultimate noble phantasm?
Oh yeah. The lethality of it is like very clearly like supposed to be nerfed in a way because
Irrelevant, bro. Oh my god, let's conclude, bro. Mario horrible.
that's literally verbatim what you told me. You said the
Just give
lethality
the
of it.
argument for him, bro. Just give the argument for him, Irie.
It's like
Oh yeah,
nonsense.
oh the luck sack, yeah. Yeah, literally she survives it due to a luck sack.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can agree that she survives it due to a luck stat. The point the point is not about the luck stat. The point is about him saying that the condition for him to retreat from the battle was if his gay bulg misses, right? The gay bulg is a lethal attack, at least when it's used at that distance, right? It's completely fatal. It aims for the heart, reverses causality, blah, blah, blah. There's literally no way to avoid it besides having either a high luck stat or getting out of range before it's used, okay? And so when he uses that, it's almost like he's committing himself to killing Saber. So it would make sense to say that he's only there to, scout their abilities. He's not there to try to kill them. What
You
makes
said he
more
wants
sense
to kill
is that,
Saber?
yeah, he uses his lethal noble phantasm. Yeah, the lethal fatal noble phantasm. Whether it actually
Yeah.
is lethal is irrelevant.
Okay, well, I don't think he's trying to kill Saber. It's not in character for him to do.
So
He
why did he
states
use
that
a
he
noble
did.
phantasm that's designed to kill people?
Well, maybe because he knew, like maybe he like didn't actually mean it in a fatal way because it's like quite literally said he isn't trying to kill like anyone he fights, and then
Okay, if I
plus
if I send
it
you a
stated
scan
he
that
doesn't
says
want to
that
kill women.
if I show you a scan that states that he was trying to kill Saber, which you can see it,
No, I'll probably like ask for the context of it.
but you just said that it's against his character, so presumably a scan where he
Yeah,
states he is trying to kill him.
like it stated that he doesn't like killing women, and Saber's a woman.
Brother, that doesn't change anything. He
That doesn't
cannot like
change.
killing women and still aim to kill her anyway.
So you think he would probably pursue to do something he doesn't want to do or doesn't enjoy doing?
Yes.
Why?
If he
What the
says if
fuck?
he says so, doesn't matter why. I don't have to give you a psychological analysis of why he does so. I'm giving you a reason for why he probably does so because he uses a fatal attack that's designed to kill, and when it fails to kill, he says, "Damn, it failed to kill. Now I have to run away," which means he knew it was going to
Yeah,
kill.
can
He
you get
knew it
that
was
scan?
intended to.
Can you get that scan?
Sorry.
Can you get that scan?
Oh my god. Okay, let me see if I can find it, bro. I don't know if it's in Ken or here, bro. I sent it before there. Let's see. Hmm. I'm getting it, bro. You can stay put, man. I found it, by the way. Oh, you're so done. Oh, my word.
Yeah, bro. Send it, bro. Go ahead.
Boom. Boom. Okay, boom. So, unlike Mario, I can actually get scans for you. These are the two scans that are relevant. So, these are from the Fate Stay Night visual novel. It says, I screwed up. If I'm going to use this move, it needs to be fatal. It needs to be fatal. Geez, I guess being too famous is bad too. Right? He also says, you evaded it, saving my fatal gay bulg. And if you look at his face is like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's really angry. There's no like signs of like holding back here, right? It's a fatal attack for a reason. This is like if I shoot somebody the bullet misses somehow, right? I say, oh my god, that bullet was meant to kill you, man. Fuck. And then I run away, and you say, oh, like I don't know, like I didn't mean to kill you. Do you not think all of the evidence points towards him intending to kill her?
No, I don't think he's trying to kill her because I think look the attack itself is meant to be fatal, but you can use it in a non-fatal way, which
That's not true.
you don't think you could use it attack in a non-fatal way.
Both variations of Gay Bolg are meant to be fatal. Both variations of Gay Bolg are fatal. You know how the Noble Phantasm works, right?
A Noble Fime has a what?
Do you know how the Noble Phantasm works?
No. Give me information about that.
So it reverses causality in such a way where what's it called? It it does the effect before the cause was what I was trying to say. And I'll just send the scans of that from the same visual novel that you're avoiding. So here's like the important thing. You can see here it says an evil thorn that breaks through all defenses, a lance that pierces the heart every time it's used, a weapon that determines, that means fixes your fate just by its use. How can anyone block such a ridiculous attack? This is your like beloved Naruto, by the way. However, the enemy tries to dodge it, the lance will pierce their heart without fail. That's why this move is fatal. A cursed lance that always pierces the opponent with one thrust, right? So the whole point is that the narrator basically tells us, look, this move is designed and engineered to kill. This is what it's designed. This is what it does. So you saying he can use it in a non-fatal way is also ridiculous.
Okay. Mayuri, does he ever use it against someone and like they just like don't like that? He's probably not using it in to his full potential because he doesn't throw it at Saber. Like he
Yeah, you're
thrusts it at
confused.
Saber, and it's said to be a.
Him throwing it is not the reversal causality, right? Like there's two variations of gay bulk. I don't know if Mary told you this when he was amping you, but there's a gay bulk that reverses causality, and there's a gay bulk that doesn't, right? The gay bulk that doesn't is the gay bulk he uses against Archer, right? This non-insta kill one. That's why he's able to raise his shield to block it. If you read the first scan, it says, how can anyone block such a ridiculous attack? And in the second scan, we see someone block such a ridiculous attack. The whole point is that one is unblockable. It can only be either avoided or interrupted. The other one is blockable, right? To be clear. There's also extra evidence that corroborates that fact. Saber says, what's it called? You can find a gay countermeasure to gay bulk, but there are no possible counters for assassin secret technique. If there is a countermeasure, it's only to not let him use it, which implies there that there are ways to evade or dodge gay bulk that you just can't do. Or there are what's it called? Uh, the gay bulk that gets used against Saber. Sorry, the countermeasures there are just having a really high luck stat or dodging out of the way. Right. She doesn't list blocking it as a possible countermeasure because there just isn't one against the gay bulk that she gets hit by. But look, man.
Okay. You just want to conclude?
I want to give more arguments for why I think Saber wins. So
Okay.
Saber is able to like slap Hercules. Are you aware of this?
He's able to slap. I mean, wait, hold on. That shit. Wait, with the fucking GIF you sent, the shield is conceptual though.
Sorry?
The shield is conceptual. The fucking GIF you sent.
She was just what?
The shield, the fucking red spear piercing the shield and like the shield is blocking it. Isn't that a conceptual shield?
Yeah, it is a conceptual shield. So the way Raius works is that it's designed in such a way where it blocks all javelins, right? So its concept is to repel all javelins such that it can't pierce the first petal. But that doesn't interact with what I'm saying at all. The fact that it's a conceptual weapon only means that it's able to block all javelins, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, the concept of gay Borg is such that it's unblockable, right? It's unavoidable. And we know from if you've ever read any extra nasty material, when Bazet fights Ku in alternative material, they both die when their conceptual weapons interact, right? Like they both get
Who the fuck? Wait,
cancelled
who's
out.
Bazik? Can you show that or whatever? Who's
Can I
Bazik?
show that Bazet and Ku both die?
Yeah, sure.
You can like search it up. Just search up Bazet, Ragnarok. Yeah, the first thing is that the first thing is that Scafflash doesn't have death in her destiny. So if we're talking about the gay Borg I'm talking about, i.e. the one that's used against Saber, it just wouldn't even work to begin with. Right? Similarly, like the thrown gay Borg when it's used against Scafflash just flies off course. It doesn't actually hit her because she doesn't have death in her destiny. So that was a lie. Right? There's no cancelling out going on there. It's trying to lie. We'd use lie about the verse. You don't read the verse, just lie. Okay? Just calm down. But look, to search up this
Are you calling me a liar?
in the Google web browser, Actually, I'll search up for you. I'll just screenshot the AI response so you can see like. I can't be asked to go in every single visual novel and give you every single thing. Just give me a second, man. I got you, bro.
Yeah, bro. Go ahead, bro. Take your time.
I already got it, bro. Alright, bro. So
Mary, why the fuck did you just lie to me, bro?
hold on. Alright, cool.
Dude.
So here's the screenshot that's relevant to the discussion. So just give me a sec for my Discord to load.
Yeah. Dude, I never knew someone fucking blocked this shit, bro. Also, like, bro, like, bro, eyes? No, bro, you never sent that. Wait, that's not relevant?
Scotty is a completely different entity, buddy. How do I tell you?
Oh my god.
Skahawk is
You're
the
the
one that you're
fucking
talking
fake
about.
guy. You're the
Yeah.
fucking fake guy is getting knowledge clipped by the nigga who said he didn't have knowledge. Oh god. I thought like literally there was only one gay ball. Like
Are
you guys
you wait, who are you saying what two parties throw a gay ball at each other and cancel them out? When you mean when they both throw a singular gay ball? Yes. Skahawk can throw like hundreds. Bazette diffs coup like badly. Yes. Well, no. She has a different weapon that
alright,
functions
bro,
really similar.
bro, boss, mayor, do we just resort to the fucking second spelling? Okay, hold on. No, can you repeat it?
She has a different weapon that functions similarly to Gaybolg, but it is not Gaybolg. Gaybolg is exclusive to Ku and Skahawk and like other people within that side of the Irish myth.
Okay. Wait,
She just has a different noble phantasm or weapon that's like pretty similar.
wait, Mayor, like Mayor, do we just like go into like the fucking second spelling? Yeah, I think he is. Sure, bro. I mean, I was just gonna ask him like, why is any of that relevant when, like what? I got to do that. Sorry, Mary. I was gonna ask him like,
And
why
the
any of that?
reason I'll tell you now. The reason Bazette wins that clash is because, like, Gable's special ability is to reverse causality such that you're hit by the spear before Ku throws the spear. But Bazette's weapon special ability is if she attacks after you, she hits you first. So it's just
Okay,
like a hard counter to Gabolg.
so
So
it's
when he
like,
throws Gabolg, he just dies for doing it.
Yo, hello.
okay,
Yo.
that adds way more fucking context. What the hell?
Yo, yeah, go ahead and beat me. Go ahead.
Okay, so
Experience.
like you said, wait, you said the guide is like, you said that actually they function the same, but they're not the same, and then like, she just fucking dies when he throws gay bog.
Yeah, like the reason why this happens is because Bazet has a conceptual armor called Fragorach or something, and what it does is it's the ultimate counterattack. So if you ever played FGO, you would know this. But if you try to attack Bazet without like death infliction, I think it's called, or something along those lines, it just shoots the attack back, right? She just takes it and punches it back at you. And so
Hmm.
when Q uses Gayborg on her, particularly the throne version, because the throne version is also lethal, it's just lethal in a different way. It's like a heat-seeking missile that just doesn't stop chasing the opponent. Okay, so when he uses this move, it gets countered, so she just kind of counters it, but the counter makes it restart back where it was. And so Q gets hit by the Gayborg, but the death of Q doesn't stop it from seeking its target till the end. So they both basically have mutually assured destruction, where Q receives the brunt of his own attack, which is death, or death infliction, and she also has her death inflicted upon her because it doesn't stop targeting. That's the point of the conceptual weapon, even if the owner
Okay.
died.
Can you
Okay,
send a
does
scan?
that give more context?
Can you send a scan?
The scan of what?
The scan of what you're referring to currently.
It's not. It's like a sequence of events from FGO.
You don't have the scans?
I have the scans of how each of their abilities work, and I guess I can give you like citations from the wiki if you want to check them out yourself. I don't know what else you want me to do.
Sure, bro. You could get that, whatever. Oh, what the fuck? This is.
Bro, okay, hold on, bro. Gable. Okay, Q Lane. If I get this scan, we can see it. Like you're not gonna win if Myri teaching you. I promise, bro. It's not gonna happen.
That's really bold, bro. I think
He's
Myri's
like
bold.
he's like confused every step of the way. Like every argument he used has been his argument, by the way. Just to be clear.
Look, bro. He told me some really important shit. I tried to run it, and I didn't know the fucking counter arguments to whatever it was. Bro, I had a fucking great counter argument to like whatever you were gonna say, bro.
I don't know what you're talking. You're just
Because he said
talking,
no.
bro.
Because he told me what you were gonna say. I was like, okay, well, if he's gonna say this, and I mean, like, can I just not say this?
Sure. I just sneezed because you were just talking shit, bro. I can't lie. But it's fine, bro. Don't worry.
Me?
It's okay. Um, look, man. Let me go. Fucking. What's it called? Gay. Okay. Wait. All
Bro,
right.
let me
So
try.
to be clear, you want evidence that gay Borg does not stop seeking its target even when the owner dies.
Yuppers.
Okay. No problem. 1 second, bro. Uh,
And then we could just go to conclusions. Willie can judge.
I don't agree to Willie.
You don't agree to Willie?
Yeah, I don't agree to Willie.
Oh, why? Yo, are you fine with like uh uh Jinyoungism? Like, are you fine with Exley judging?
Am I fine with who?
Exley.
No, I'm not. I don't want anyone to judge, really.
Okay. Alright.
I don't have high opinions of like anyone in the server, man. Sorry, bro.
You're so cold, bro. Holy.
But let me just get this guy you wanted. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I can't get this scan. So instead, what I'll do is I'll just reason from how Gayborg works. So, do you agree that the held Gayborg reverses cause and effect? Do you agree with this?
Uh, I'm not aware. Can you give me a scan for that?
I can get you a scan of that. That's fine, right? It should just be in the description of Gayborg, bro. Like, I don't know how I have to do this. Hold on. Oh, Isabel, do you have a scan of the description of Gayborg?
Yeah, I can probably. I can grab that from Grand Order for you. Just give me a second.
Thank you, man.
Do you need one of Fragorok as well?
No, no, no. Just, just the Gayborg, specifically the one that he like uses like melee for, not the one that he what's the word, man? Not the throne one, the other one.
The only one I can 100% get a description of is going to be the throne one, because that's the one that's considered the noble phantasm and like Grand Order and stuff. But let me look.
Oh, that's not too good, bro.
Uh,
I have scans from the visual novel, but I can't be asked, bro.
Profile. Where's noble phantasm? What the fuck?
Okay, wait. I think I can just send this scan in the meantime. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Barbed spear that pierces with death. Cursed spear that always pierces target's heart.
Where
Triggers
did
for
you
his.
send this from? Where'd you send this from?
Oh, I have a description of the thrusted rendition right here.
Thrusted one. Okay, wait. Let me see if this is the one I'm looking for, man.
You're just looking for the causality reversal stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that for you.
See, man.
Yo, boss, Mayor, did we just go into like the fucking coup berserker shit now?
I don't want to see who versus Berserker is just sad, bro. Like, not only does he lose, he just loses badly, bro. But it's okay.
So he loses to berserker, huh, Mayor?
Obviously, yeah.
And you told me to use it as an argument to pit him above Saber, huh?
Yeah. This is the description. It's okay. Now, do you agree that? Okay, just read this sentence. It says, "The spear is thrust after it already pierces the target's heart."
The cursed spirit right spirit that pierces the sacred is the spirit is thrust after it already pierces target's heart. Okay.
Okay, so if he uses it against Bazit, her heart would already be pierced, but she counters it anyway because that's the concept behind the thing.
Okay. Like the shield thing?
Huh?
Like the shield person or like the luck
Yo,
person?
man, this is just this, bro. This is a waste of my time. Look, man, let me just say this to recording, man. It should be evident that I'm fucking unparalleled. Myri had to send Jinyoungism because he was too afraid to speak about the topic himself, evidently. And it just didn't turn out too well for him, man. Look, I'll just give an argument for why Saber Water beats Q. Okay. Is that better, bro?
Sure, bro. Go ahead. I just want to
Okay.
move to conclusions. This is kind of boring.
Yeah, no problem. Just tell me, how does Q respond to this?
Dodges it and one shots her. Oh yeah, shit. Dude, she just like
You
this is a
losing, bro.
huge wind up speed, bro. This is a huge wind up speed. I just think he just like while she's loading up the attack, he just throws his fucking gal bog or whatever it's called and like just kills her while she's winding up the attack. Since both of the activations of the attack is like way different in speed. One is like way faster than the other.
Wait, I don't get it. So are you saying he uses
Well,
Abel before she uses Excalibur Morgan, and he uses that, or she uses, what's it called? He uses that to interrupt Excalibur Morgan. Is that what you're saying?
I'm basically trying to say that since this attack that you sent the GIF, whatever, has such a great load up speed, like like she has to actually load this up. And then in contrast to like literally what, Ku has to do is throw the spear and it's like, is this gonna hit her? It's a much faster attack. So while she's loading this up or whatever, and Ku's obviously gonna see this, he just throws the spears and kill her. Like he just kills her right then and there.
Okay, what if he uses another move? What if she uses another move beforehand, right? And then uses that move.
What other move do you think she would do that could probably like hit her? Is it not in character? Wait,
Like, how do you feel about this gift that I just sent? Hopefully it loads.
is it not in character for her to just like throw fucking random mana attacks like from far away that take like fucking charge to do?
That take how long to do?
Like charge up or whatever, wind up to do. Like, is it not in
Not
character for her to fight like that?
not necessarily, but even if it was, how would he respond to those?
I can't see the fucking GIF. So yeah, that's
No.
another. It seems that that's another charge up attack. Like I said, he just throws the spear and kills her instantly.
Look at the time where it starts charging to when it's released.
Yeah, the attack, the spear could just be faster than that attack, and then he just kills her with it.
It could be. It could be faster. Why would I believe it's faster? Like we can look at him using the throwing gate bolt. Let's look at that.
You think she could dodge an unavoidable attack mid?
No, it's not. It's not that she uses this attack, or he can use the throwing gate bulk. Right? These seem to have like sort of similar wind up speeds, if anything.
I do not think he could.
Yeah, why?
Well,
Why
yeah,
can't he
you
do it?
like isn't that like because it's like faster in general or whatever?
If he's way faster in activating his noble phantasm, which is Thorn, why is Archer able to use her IS to block it?
Who? The fucking like
Archer.
her conceptual like shield or whatever.
Yeah, why is he able to use that in time? Myri, DM me
Here,
quickly, man. How is he able to use it in time?
dude, like ironically though, like bro, I don't even know who the fuck that is, bro. Send a scan.
Don't worry,
Like
I'm
the
sending the
fucking.
gift, bro. Come on.
Can you send the fight? Like, where can I find this fight?
Bro, this is irrelevant, bro. Like, look, we already
Well, there could
agreed
be
if he uses.
context behind the actual throw. So like maybe like he was already charging it up beforehand, and like that's when like he fucking threw it.
Should I send you like him throwing it and then him using her IS in response?
Yeah, wait, is that like but like I like quite literally did. Like the game is like though his load up speed for the actual Nova Phantasm in the game and like whatever fucking anime this is way different than Mary just bring this up.
No. In the game, he also
What?
blocks her IS. Do you think what he does is he uses her IS before, and then he throws the spear? Is that what you think he does?
Yeah, I mean I would assume since it's a like unavoidable attack and it's like one of the fastest attacks.
Okay, so he basically what's the word? Aim dodges it, but not aim blocks it. Basically, he precogs the
Who the
attack.
fuck is AIM, bro? Like who
He
genuinely is
precogs the
that?
attack. Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
Like
yeah,
he
like so
precogs it.
basically like yeah, like he uses the shield before the move is actually thrown. Like
Swear. Is that what he does? Yeah.
yeah, bro, totally, bro.
So why would why would Lancer throw the spear then?
No clue. Maybe some
Why
type
would he
of
why would he throw the spear at the shield? Like if I'm fighting someone and they like pull up their shield before I attack, I'd probably
Do you
not
like, for
attack where the
example, the
shield is.
same way I would throw a punch at a person that's blocking? You think that's like analogous? You
Are you
know, like
okay? Like if someone's blocking, are you gonna throw a punch where they're blocking? You're gonna throw a punch where they're
yes,
not.
it breaks their fucking guard. What? Obviously.
No, but what's more efficient? He's trying to kill him here.
You know, like trying to do any type of damage. I don't know if whether or not he could just break the shield or he could get past the shield with enough damage.
No,
Like,
that's
can
not
he
the
cannot do
point. The
that?
point is, why would he aim where the shield is?
Why would he aim at the shield? Because the shield is covering the person. The very big shield is covering the person. And then where else could he
The
actually
shield
aim?
is behind him too.
He can hit behind him. Okay. You don't think the person like would probably like if he? You know how far they are from each other, right?
Bro, what?
Do you know
Look,
how
not
far
only is
they
this like
are like distance wise
I
from each
don't
other?
need to entertain this because we see in the visual novel that Rote Ice is used after the spear is thrown. But like even supposing that it isn't, why does the distance matter? Like why can't he just throw it
Well,
to
you
where
think I could like let's say someone's 20 feet away from me, or like let's say for whatever reason, you think it would be better to like because the guy would probably expect me, given that his back is open and he's holding the shield in front of him. You think I wouldn't expect the guy to turn around, like be expecting that I go behind him, given that's the only weak spot he could probably go for? No, I think he would probably like recognize that yeah he could do that.
I don't understand what you're saying. Like what say Lancer does go behind him, what does Archer do?
What does Archer do?
Yeah, when Lancer goes behind him.
Well,
What
I
does he
already
do?
said like I feel like he would probably expect that to happen, given that's like literally this biggest blind spot here. He's holding a shield
What does he
directly in
do
front of him.
when Lancer goes behind him? What would he do?
Probably probably already anticipate. He already know that the attack is coming from behind, so he would probably block that too.
Block it with what, another Riasper? He's gonna use another shield, or is he gonna like turn around, or what's gonna go?
Is he not like he can't just like spam that fucking shield or whatever?
I don't know if he can.
Why not?
Why would he be able to? This is like it's like a mana construct. He's like projecting mana outwards in the shape of the shield of Troy. Right? It's not as
Oh,
if he can like it's not as if he can like just swing it around willy nilly or anything. Like I don't think he can do that.
he can't do that with the fucking shield.
I wouldn't assume so.
Okay, you do realize? Okay, do you think like it functions like a regular shield?
I think it functions in a way where it blocks things are thrown at it, yeah.
Okay. Do you know? Okay, so look. You think, for example, it doesn't function in a way where like how it can be moved. You don't think that you think the shield could just be moved? Like you don't think like because like if it works like that, then I feel like literally any like person in Sky fights, he could literally just get blitzed from behind since he has to hold that shield in that one direction. You don't think he could just turn around with the shield? Like it seems like he can control it with his hand, like with the scan you sent, whatever.
So I don't understand.
I said like he can control it with his hand, showing how like the sand he's saying. It's like making the actual shield function, or at least conceptually, with his hand, and then I feel like most characters, whatever other fight he ever has, and he uses this shit. If he can only use this shield in one direction while he's using it, and he can't like turn around with it, I feel like like literally anyone could just like. I feel like he literally anyone just kills him right then and there because you can like hit him from like the side or behind, like right there, because you can only use the shit on one end. I'm saying that the shield can just be moved while he has it activated.
Do you think what you just said there is a strong argument? Do you think what you just said there?
Well, yeah, you're saying that. You asked me what Archer can do. You said like why Archer can't just go behind him. I said, oh, well, it's probably he could just expect that from him to go behind him, so he could like basically precog the attack and then like block that one too.
Like I'll just send the gift of Gable being thrown.
You want to go to conclusions, I guess, bro. This is
Look, I
boring.
mean, I didn't really respond to what you said, but I don't know if I have to. It was obviously just you, like, you know what I mean, bro, just being the fucking bad kid, man. I don't know why you chose to debate this topic. I didn't even talk about any of the reasons why Saber can beat Q, man. I didn't even talk about Saber beating up Hercules. I didn't talk about a regular Saber going around with Q. I didn't really talk about any of that stuff. But look, man, yeah, I guess we can end the wreck, bro.
Yeah,
Mario's
bro. This is like pretty